Alright, so this is how wrapping my first car went, and some things I recommend for you guys not to do if you end up wrapping your car.
So, as you can see, there's a lot of bubbles right here.
Alright, so this is the only picture I was able to get before I put the bumper outside on the car. And I also want to point out another thing too is discoloration. So if you can see on the bottom, on the top it's kind of discolored, and that's because I heated it up and pulled too much, and that is what is going to cause that discoloration. Another thing I want to point out too is not putting too much stress on those recessed areas, because eventually, once it heats up to a certain temperature, then the vinyl will want to pop back right up.
On my case, I ended up trying to do it in one piece, and I totally failed at it. Ended up doing it in multiple different pieces.
Alright, so right here you can really see the inlays on the inside, and that's because I didn't really use the hard body lines like I should have. If you use the hard body lines and you cut and put the pieces together, it'll hide the inlays a lot better. But yeah, I was just rushing through this bumper. I ended up wrapping this thing probably like 3 or 4 times before I started doing it in multiple pieces. You can even see that I tried patching the front lip right here, but definitely doesn't look the greatest. But I didn't have enough material to wrap it again, so that's what I had to do.
If you are getting a wrap, make sure that if you do buy multiple rolls, make sure they're going to come out the same color. Because in my case, I ended up ordering two rolls, and they came 2 different colors. And that's because I didn't read the fine print on this website.
Another thing I recommend is having a clean squeegee, because if you have dirt or anything built up on your squeegee, you can actually start scratching your vinyl just like this. So have a good squeegee. So this is also what's going to happen if you don't post-heat your film. It's going to start to lift up like this. And yeah, you definitely want to make sure you get a good post-heating. Make sure you lock in the film, because if it's under a lot of tension, then it will definitely start to lift. And this is what it's going to look like if you get a good post-heating. Everything should stay just like this. Another thing you don't want to do, and it's pretty common, I guess, with beginners, but it's called bridging a gap. So when you're putting the vinyl from A to B, having a lot of stress in the middle, and kind of forcing that material down. And it will stay down for a little bit, and I'll show you pictures right now of what it looks like when it's down. And then after a time, when it heats up, then it'll start to pop right back up. So from what I understand now, to just feed the vinyl into the area instead of forcing it.
And the final tip I have for you guys is to really clean the surface of whatever you're vinyl wrapping, because it can pick up a lot of dirt, and then if the vinyl picks up dirt, then it will not stick to the surface. So be sure to clean the surface with 70% alcohol is what's recommended. It is nice to see it all in one color. There are a lot of imperfections. That's okay. It's my first time, so it's really not a big deal. I will be rewrapping this car in a couple months again to get some more practice. So if you guys want to watch the process, be sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment on what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.